Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's taken me all day to finally sit down and record, but I am here and I'm so glad that you're here with me. My name is Kaylah Raye. If it's your first time on my channel, I am a full-time software engineer managing a team of 6 after just 5 years in IT. My channel is for first-time developers, women in tech, and first-time leaders looking to take your leadership and lifestyle to the next level. Today's video was really birthed out of all of the conversations that I have every day. As soon as I tell people that I'm a software engineer, that I'm a developer, programmer, that I write code, whatever label you want to put on the role, when I express that to the people that I know, I get a ton of questions. Can I create a mobile app for you? Can I build you a website? And of course, there are some developers that do those things. But there are some developers that are not. So I wanted to spend a little time talking about what the software engineering role is and what it isn't. As you start to talk about the software engineering role, you could be working on any number of things, from back-end processes to user interfaces. So if you know nothing about IT, you're where I was when I started a couple of years ago. What is a software engineer? What does the person that has that job title even do? So a software engineer, the simplest way to put it is that you are someone who solves business problems using code. So you learned at some point, whether you were self-taught or went to school for software engineering, you've learned a programming language. So you know how to write in a language that the computer understands how to respond to and interact with. And you use that programming language to bring something to life that solves a problem for a business, a user, or whatever use case you're trying to solve for. That's what a software engineer is. But the assumptions that I get all day, the first big one that I wanted to address is I'm not tech support. So as someone who writes code, I can't fix your computer. I can't fix your staticky TV, because hardware is the physical machine. It's very different from software. So for a software engineer, we're writing applications that you're using. So think your business websites, when you're on your phone using an app to make a bank transaction, as opposed to someone that can actually like unscrew your computer and fix something that might be broken. Now, of course, there are developers with those skills, and some of us are really good with hardware, but the particular role has nothing to do with hardware. So it's just something to keep in mind. The second big assumption that I get when I tell people that I'm a software engineer is that I can build any type of application. If you think about how many different types of software out there that you might interact with every day, they're all probably programs that are written in different languages. So the same thing that I would use like writing in Java for a back-end process is not the same code that I'm going to use to write an application for your phone if you want to build an app for your business. So before you ask your friend that's a developer to go build you something, ask them what they actually do in their day-to-day job. Not all of the developers that you know are going to have any experience with mobile development. Sorry guys, my computer is on my lap. If you hear another noise, just ignore it. It didn't happen. So, where was I? Yes, so a mobile developer is going to be very different. These are all very distinct skills. And so it may be a different programming language. And if you ask me to build you an app, of course, I probably could if I did a little bit of research. But the honest truth is that I'll be right on Google with you, trying to figure it out and understanding how the language works. Sorry, had to mute it. So the next thing that I want to address that's just like really a common myth is that I'm not a web designer. So as a software engineer, I do not know how to make your website look aesthetically pleasing. The truth is that as a developer, often I'm given a picture or what we call a prototype of what the website should look like, and I go bring that vision to life. But I'm not the person taking this blank canvas and making it pretty. Like there's some really artistic skills that come into play with user design, and there's a whole field for user research and understanding how clients interact with the website that make it easy to use. And so different skills, different role, different job title. I mean, we work very closely together, but as the engineer, I'm not always going to have that skill. But design is something I'm really interested in. So something I'm working on learning, but not something that I can do today. So if you ask me to build your website, I'm going to go grab a template and get started from there. So the fourth thing that I want to address is that I am not a hacker. So a hacker is someone that's going to take usually something that already exists and use it with some malicious intent. So often the programmers that you know aren't going to have the skills to actually hack a website. I can't tap someone's phone, and so not all developers are going to know how to invade someone else's privacy or do some of the things that you guys ask. I've gotten some really crazy requests, and so just keep in mind that, again, they're all separate skills in the same field, but I have to learn about those attacks. I have to understand what a hacker would do and how our websites might be susceptible to it so that I can make sure that my company is not at risk. But as far as the actual hacking, not my lane. So the last thing that I really want to mention is that as a developer, we do more than code. And so there's this assumption that as a developer, I just write code all day, throw it over the wall when it's done, and the user starts using it right away. There are so many steps in between in the software development process that developers really have to be well-rounded. You have to understand testing. You have to really have a deep understanding of the business logic and what the users need. You have to participate in big like design thinking, brainstorming sessions. You're often working with the product owners to come up with solutions. You're creating prototypes. You're thinking about monitoring and alerting if there's an issue in production that you have to support. So there's a lot of slivers in our industry. And so I really wanted to use this video to address some of the assumptions and maybe dispel some myths for you guys so that when you're talking to the people that you know that are in the same role, that you're not making the mistake of asking them to do something or having a certain expectation that they can't meet. So if you're a software developer yourself and you have any crazy stories about what people have assumed you do in your role, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.